Today I'm going to be doing a HID install on my S14, and I thought that it was probably a good idea to do a bit of a DIY on it. Now, it is an easy DIY. It's basically going to be all plug and play, but I thought it might be something good for people that are just starting to work on their car, and yeah, it's kind of like an entry-level modification. So in regards to legalities with these HID kits, when you buy the kit, it will most likely have on the box for off-road use only. Now this is basically for legality reasons. In some areas they're not actually considered to be legal if you're going to run them on a street car, so just keep in mind that if you are going to do this modification, that you're going to you basically do it at your own risk. Now, with that out of the way, the kit that I've got for my car, my S14, is going to be a H1 kit because they take H1 bulbs. Now, H1 kit doesn't actually require a relay, which is why it is a plug and play. And there's no wiring modifications or anything like that you actually have to do with the kit. I've already installed one of the HIDs into one of the headlights, which is going to be the passenger side headlight. For people in the States, the driver's side headlight. Now, this was my existing headlight. As you can see, it is a H1. So, with the H1s, this is a single filament bulb. So basically, you're going to have a bulb for high and a bulb for low. Now, in your 180s, 240SXs in the state again, for the 180s, they actually have a double filament bulb. Now, the double filament bulb is where you're going to need your H4 kit with the relay. So, keeping that in mind, you can apply this. I'm assuming the S13s will probably have just your single filament bulbs, S15 and your S14 series 1 and 2. Okay, so what I've just done is I've just turned my headlights on just to give you a bit of an example of the difference that you can physically see in clarity and colour on the headlights. Now, this one here is my low beam, and I've already fitted the headlight, and this one here is low beam. Okay, so I'm going to show you from factory where the actual the bolts and nuts and stuff are going to be to hold the headlight in. Now, this is our low beam and this is our high beam. Now, seeing as though when our high beam comes on, our low beam still stays on, I'm going to put the HID into the low beam. So that means that it's going to be on regardless if the headlights are on low or high. Now, I'm going to turn it around so you can see the plug here for our low beam. Again, it's just a twist plug, and here we're going to have the back of the bulb. Now, the bulb has got your positive and your negative. You can tell from the negative because the negative is going to be attached to the frame of where the bulb sits in. Now, the positive is going to be directly attached to the actual bulb. It's always good practice to check things either with a meter or basically do your check to see if it actually goes to an earth, rather than going with the red's going to be positive and black's going to be negative. Here we've got our two wires. Now, this one here is our positive wire. Now, I didn't actually have to use the multimeter to test this. There was a few hints that gave it away. One is the actual terminal here is insulated. So generally an insulated terminal in a setup like this means that it's going to have power running through it. Also, secondly, This actually plugs directly onto the bulb, so I knew that it was going to be a power wire. And thirdly, this wire here, which is our earth, actually clips onto the base of where you put the bulb into. So it was clipped onto an earthing point already. So with that, we know what wires are what, and we can get our HID kit ready to install. Here I've got my HID bulb. Now I've got the wiring and the clips that are going to clip into, got our ballast. Now what we've got here is all plug and play, which, as I said before, so basically your unit will come with instructions where to plug everything if you're not sure. I've got my headlights empty, ready for my HID bulb to go into it. So what we're going to do is basically pretty simple, put it in like any other bulb. Now here is our original wiring. Now just so it happens, the black on my kit is black for negative and red is for my positive. Okay, so something to note is when you're plugging in your terminals, for example here, our positive into our positive, it's actually quite a loose fit. Now that's not good because it could fall off, or it's just basically going to create a bad connection. So what you can do is, with a pair of crimpers, just basically, you don't need to go crazy here, but just push in the terminal, so it's going to bite in a lot more. So that should do it. Okay, to fit it back in, just basically do the steps in reverse that you needed to actually get it off, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so now I've got both HIDs in. As you can see, hopefully on the camera, that they actually, yeah, they look a lot brighter than the traditional globes. Now with the HID wiring, basically all you have to do is just tidy it up, make sure it's out of the way, it's not going to get caught on anything. The ballast, make sure that it actually is secured to the car, you don't want that flopping around. Now the kits generally come with brackets and mounting, that type of stuff, so you've got all the bits and bobs to actually support the ballast to the car. So I'm just going to turn the high beams on and show you what it looks like with the high beams, and yeah, that's pretty much it.